Hey, thanks everybody. Really thanks. I'm lucky to have friends like you and to have found this society. I was really lucky because, yeah, we need to be lucky in life to accomplish things. When my boss in dermatology asked me to do hair restoration, I was thinking about it. And then at the party, my birthday party at my house, he said, you know, I got a conference international for you to come, and I have a sponsor. I say, a sponsor? Who is the sponsor? Your father will be the sponsor. So I get to El Salvador for the conference. And you know, FUT in Portuguese means football, as abbreviation for football. And then the lucky was the football because I was in El Salvador and the first day in the meeting, I just end up and, you know, World Cup, no meeting anymore. So I went to a room where was a bunch of guys there around the TV, was Puig, Paul Cottrell, others there. And I said, hey, you were the guy from Brazil, so you understand what they're talking here because it was Spanish on the TV? I said, yeah. So could you explain the things? So I started explaining the things on the football, and we became friends. And after, I went to visit Paul Cottrell. It was an honor to be with him. I saw, opened my mind. It was a different feel to see a real hair transplant clinic. And one day I was because he invited me to stay at his house, was very generous. And one day I was sitting in the kitchen there, waiting for the breakfast with a magazine. I said, well, nice magazine, nice pictures, you know, good. And then I just turned on the cover to see the name of the magazine. The name was Victoria's Secret. And then Nora, his wife, just entered the kitchen and say, hey, Arthur, are you enjoying the magazine? I said, so I get back to Brazil, was a huge experience. And, you know, 1 year later, I was in Orlando workshop and I saw many surgeons, and I was particularly impressed with one surgery. I love it. I talked to this guy and he said, hey, you love this because you were all the day around here looking? I said, yeah. So you want to come to visit me? Yeah. So I tried to contact this guy. He was Ron Shapiro, but he never answered the phone. I couldn't contact him. So I saw his name in the program of the American Academy of Dermatology meeting. I've been there. I'm gonna get the guy there and say, hey, remember you invited me, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So what do? You need a ticket. Yeah, but I got the ticket. So that's the lucky again. So I went to visit Ron. It was amazing. It changed my life. I met the follicular unit. This is huge. I really thank you, Ron, for allowing me to be there. Thank you. Really thank you. 1 year after, I was back to the American Academy of Dermatology in the cab, sharing a cab with a professor of dermatology of mine in Brazil. And he introduced me. You know Iselda? Iselda, she's the new president of the conference in Brazil. And yeah, what's new in hair? Follicular unit. I've been to Ron Shapiro. He's the guy who knows everything. Now, and then she goes, okay, let's get the deal. Can you get this guy to our meeting? Maybe. If you got the guy to the meeting, you'll be the workshop chair. Okay, good deal. Okay, so I called Ron. He came up to Brazil. He arrived without a visa. We have to call big shots to put him in. And then he lost the ticket for returning to US. And finally, he started dating my sister. What a surprise! And then I returned. Paul Cotter asked me to help things in ISHRS. I started with the web committee and then going more. And one day I was in the office and I have a call. And then my secretary came, hey, Doctor, I really have something, a person, I didn't understand a word. Could you pick up the phone? I imagine, it's eye surgery, I think, right? So at the other side was a great British accent. In fact, Manchester accent. So it was Besson, he's talking about the meeting, he was the next president, blah, blah, blah. And I was confused. So finally, what do you want, Besson? And he said, yeah, I want you to be chair of the meeting. So again, it was a great opportunity. I did not miss that opportunity. So we did. Montreal, Victoria, remember, was the a greve, how to say, the people don't work, how to say me? A strike. Was a strike at the hotel, remember? But it was good. I don't know how you managed to make it happen, but it was great. After the meeting, Bob Haber came to me and said, hey, you did good. We want you to do more for the society. So they put me in the board. So I was 6 years in the board. I was about to leave the board. They say, no. Wait a minute. Not yet. And then Sharon came to me and say, hey, you would like to join the executive committee? And they put me in the treasurer. Okay, a Brazilian in the treasurer, imagine that. So that's it. So, and one day, randomly talking about the things, the problem of the black market. And then Ken, the incoming president, asked me, hey, Arthur, what do you think about we could do? Like, for sure a campaign, but I think the ICRS need to really embrace FUE, because it was a kind of division at that time. How can we do that? Like, I don't know, but maybe a workshop, maybe a FUE workshop. So we come up with the idea. So with the full support of Ken, Sharon, Paul McAndrews, Jean Devroy, Jim Harris, many friends, we did that. Some was not happy because I was not expert at that time in FUE. It was a kind of a intermediate level, 2 years experience of really practicing FUE. But I was the person that could connect the FUE guys with the FUT guys, because I know both teams. So I was just the right person at the right time. We did the Polonitsa workshop. Have anyone here been there? Yeah, I think it was nice. It was a big thing. We are happy. And then when my time came to be president, I put in the Fight the Fight campaign with the support of my friends here. Paul McAndrews was a person that's really important to make the campaign to happen. And that's it. And we did it. And so my message for you is, the lucky can appear to you, but you have to take the opportunity. So don't miss your opportunity. Thank you, my friends. Thank you very much.